Hello guys, and welcome once again to my YouTube channel, where I make sure that I share with you quality content regarding the financial markets and also regarding any other market that you might want to know about. So in this quick analysis video, I wanted to share with you opportunities that I'm currently seeing on my favorite synthetic indices instrument, which is Crash 300, as well as volatility 75. So I'm just going to draw some few setups. I'm just going to draw some few setups that I'm actually seeing here on Crash 500. So Crash 500, looking closely at external market structure and internal market structure. External market structure, you realize that it's still downtrending, in the sense that it's forming lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high. Here I can say this is the lower low. Right, so now we're waiting for price to give us something like a double bottom before shooting all the way to the upside. I'm expecting a double bottom there. Once you get a double bottom, then it can go all the way and test this lower high according to external market structure. So meanwhile this market is downtrending heavily downtrending. So after having known that we can mark this support area zone here. If the market comes back then it rejects, we can actually take some risky buys. Those risky buys we're expecting. First target here, second target is this trend line. Right, so going down to lower time frames, we're simply going there down to look for confirmations of the entry point zones that we are actually waiting for. Right, so it's like this. So if you check, the market has been downtrending, right? That's a fact. So downtrending in the sense that here was a low here, broken. That was a break of structure there. Right, so after every break of structure, we expect the market to give us a pullback before we enter and to continue with our service. So this was a break of structure. On this one. Text. Break of structure. Right, so that break of structure, as I said, we expect a pullback. If we use our Fibonacci, point A there, point B is at the bottom. Our Fibonacci is respected exactly on 61.8. Wonderful. Meaning around 61.8, one could have actually entered their sales around their first sales. You could have entered your sales there at 61.8. You could have entered your sell positions there. So right now, according to external market structure, obviously we expect the market to drop all the way to 0%. If it comes to 0% and fails to break there, it means we are now having a double bottom. A double bottom, it will now be this first bottom, second bottom, then we go all the way up, just the neckline, something like this. So that will happen only if ever it comes to the 0% and fails to break the 0%. But so far so good. The sellers, they are still in charge. We can't really judge them as yet. To say they are out completely, but they are still. Right, so this is also another trend line that I was actually seeing. That was going to help even someone who wants to enter sales. It was also going to help you that one. So 1 hour time frame, simply going there just to look at further confluences and also further confirmations of entry. So touch. Right. So according to our trading nature of support and resistance, according to our trading nature of support and resistance, we know that once it is broken like that, we simply expect a pullback into zone before we continue all the way down. I know that Zimbabwe is not a pleasant place to stay, but at the end of the day, you simply just need to cope with any kind of environment, no matter who are you or what. So this is what I'm looking at. Right, I just want a pullback. Once we get a pullback into that trend line, we're going to enter ourselves all the way to the bottom. So this is the analysis that I'm currently looking at. Nothing much to add there. I don't think there's anything to add. If there's anything to add, I'll actually notify you. So the moving average, if you check, it's already up. Another entry that you could have entered is the break of the support, 1 hour support. 1 hour support. The break there of that 1 hour support could have also signaled some entries. Some entries could have also been signaled just by the break here. So I'm just wanting a pullback. Once we get the pullback, we have our sell entries all the way to the bottom, which is the 0%. Right, I think that is it for Crash 500. Let's go on and look at volatility 75. Volatility 75. Let me just remove my drawings, remove my EMA. Right, volatility 75, looking at it from the daily. Remember, I always start from the daily. That's a fact. That is a fact. So looking at it from the daily, if ever we do a zoom out, you realize that it's flowing in the same way, almost similar to Crash 500, in the sense that we broke structure here. After breaking structure, we expect the market to move. We expect the market to move. Yeah, we expect the market to move, break of structure, to move for a retracement. So my highest level now that I'm looking at, where Vix might actually go to, is my civil area, is that supply zone at the top. Right, Safari. And remember, these guys, they don't belong to David anymore. They don't belong to David anymore. Right, so I like the trend line, this one, because the market is actually above it, which is a good sign, because these trend lines, they actually guide us to markets that move, markets that don't move. So so um, that is the trend. Right, so Vix75, it has broken this trend line. So the targets that I'll always look at, remember what I told you, Look to the left. Looking to the left, that is my target. That is my target. This is a 4 hour target. 4 hour target, 4 day target actually. Right, these are those are the other levels. Right, so once we get a pullback here, once we get a pullback, just in case it wants to pull back. Once we get a pullback, I'm going to actually buy and as well as give the signal to my fellow traders in the signals group. But so far so good. So far so good. The buy is actually looking more smoother than my sellers. So once we get a retest there, we are done. Retest, we enter. Right. So this level, why is it so important, so significant? Right. Right. So that level is very key. I'm simply waiting for the market to come and retest. The once it retests there, we are in. We are in. So much of it we will discuss. Right. You can actually see that it's an upward channel that it's following. Right. So you can actually see that in as much as it broke this trend line, it also had a plan for. So once we touch, remember that's when we're going to get our entry. Once we touch, we enter, we get our entry. Once we have our entry, we are simply riding all the way up. Even if you put the moving average, it has to be below, which is actually a sign for buys. So right now, volatility 75, I'm expecting to buy. Right. Once it comes there, we are simply going to buy. We're simply going to buy. No need to ask questions. Right. So this is my structure for Vix75 as well as for Crash 500. I hope you are watching. Make sure you like the video and also make sure that you subscribe, you share the video. Peace till meet next time. Right, so guys, this was a very short brief analysis session. A very short brief analysis session. So it's actually an amazing thing to to realize that traders, let me put something else here. Right, so once we get there, that's our entry point. Right, so guys, Vix75, this is it, as well as Crash 500. I don't force trades, I wait for the market to finish its crazy movements. Right, so Crash 500, I said we just wait. Once we get a retest, we're in sales all the way down. Right, so that is it, both for Crash 500 and for Vix75. That is it, guys. See you next time.